All right, so welcome to my trading review for October 1st, 2024. All right, so let's get started. Let's go here. So like all the trading reviews, we start with the bigger picture, what I saw this morning when I came in. Then talk about my mental, and then we'll talk about the trades I actually took today. So coming into the day, of course, we all know the strike was looming on the docks. There's a contract dispute between dock workers and the people that I guess run it. Because actually the dock workers run it. The other people just order people around, I guess. But regardless, that contract looming, I think I heard it was like $5 billion a day or something like that, with the possibility of driving up prices and all this different outcomes that are a possibility. So of course that was news. So when I came into the market, when I came in today, I think I sat down, the time was like my time, 8:12, but the actual market time was 10:12. And the market was already like headed down, I guess. Headed down. It was a strong push down. I think we were already down here. Maybe we were closer around here already. And when it opened last night, it was opened here and then all the way up here. So yeah, the market was already, retracing. But, how much of the retracing has to do with the dock? I think we need to understand sometimes the market just is going to continue to do what the market does unless there's some kind of big change, right? So how much of this thing that happened at the dock is really affecting the market? The market was already we were already in an area where we're consolidating, right? We already came up on the daily. If you look here, there's a fair value gap on the daily time frame. And the market hasn't been able to push through it. Hasn't been able to push through it here, right? It came up, turned back around. Came up, consolidated, and not pushing through this big area here. So if you're looking, you see the news and you're like, well, the news is what pushing it down. Is it the news? Maybe the news is playing a part in it, of course. But the market was consolidating here. It couldn't get enough of liquidity or buyers to push it through. So there's a high possibility, half and half that the market is pushing down to get liquidity for it to go back higher. So I'm not saying the news isn't playing a part in it. Of course it's playing a part in it as well. We also have to put other things into context of what the market was doing already. Did it push it down further? Maybe. And then maybe the outcome, maybe it does turn it around and push it down. But we just need to keep things into context of what was actually going on. Right? That's all I'm saying. The market reacts to things, and yeah, so just keep that in mind. But with all those things in the market not being able to pushing down to possibly get liquidity, I was bearish. But even though I'm bearish, I still came in and I was still looking for my strategy or my mechanical trading way I've been doing it lately, removing the being subjective or anything like that. So of course I came in and I was looking for areas, all right, where is liquidity can be taken. So I pushed down to the 4 hour and I found that there's a couple areas I was interested in right here, this area here, because we had like basically an equal low here, right? And I said, if it took this area and wicks into this 4 hour fair value gap possibility, and we get we'll push it back up, right? And then I had the second area here that I was like, all right, if it pushes through here, because usually I'm noticing for what's going on currently in the market, when it has a fair value gap, and there's another one really close by, especially like a high time frame, it pushes for the second one. It does, right? It pushes to close the second one. Why not? It's already on the way. It's close. Why not go ahead and go ahead and grab it? So yeah, so those are the areas I was looking for any kind of entry, or for my entry and the reversal Okay. So as far as mental was okay this morning. Nothing to really report. I actually sat down at the market and I was okay. Came in. Nothing to report. It was good mental this morning. I read through my little where is it at? This little thing that I created for myself, right? And once I did that, I felt good. One of the things I do feel like when I woke up this morning, I felt very good because I worked out last night. I've been very inconsistent in working out. I mean, I work out like 2 to 3 days a week, but I guess intensity was much better last night. And I woke up, body was kind of sore, but I felt good, right? So mentally I was good. And then, yeah. So let's look at the actual trades that I took. So like I said, I already had these areas that I was looking for. Right here, we got a change of character in a 4 hour. We got 4 hour fair value gap. So we're looking for the market to come down and push back up, right? So let's go down to the 10 minute. So 10 minute. All right, and let's go down to the 3 minute. And let's look at some of these other charts as well, just in case. And so of course, the 9 moving average, it was holding below and it came back up and it held. And market is consolidating currently right now. Maybe push back down further. But yeah, so since the market was coming down, I was expecting some kind of bounce. So when it came and it took out this area here, what's that? That 953 area. I was expecting for something, some kind of range. It came back. There was no fair value gap that it closed above, so I was good. But then it came here and I saw it created this 3 minute fair value gap right here. Boom. And boom. All right. So when I got this strong candle, we closed out. I went ahead and I jumped in for my typical full size trade. And I wasn't going to take it back to here because remember, I'm scalping and I'm trading, I guess, I'm just being very mechanical. So I got in and I got my 10 points and I got out and I moved on. And the reason why, I go from, sometimes I do 10, 15, 20 points. The reason why I got out quicker in this one, because I didn't see the follow through that I wanted. But when it got here, it was holding for a little bit before it actually pushed through. And then it came. So I took my 10 points. I didn't push for 15 or 20 or anything more than that. And then I got out. And of course the market came down and then we finally took out the second area that I was telling you about on the 4 hour. Once it took it out, fair value gap was created. Like you have right here was a 2 minute, 3 minute fair value gap area when I was looking for entry. So if I was looking at 2 minute, when it closed over here, I could have got in. But I waited for the 3 minute to close because I liked it better. And just like here, I was on the 3 minute chart that I waited for it to close. And if we went down a little bit to the 2 minute, the same area here on the 2 minute was the same area on the 1, the 3, and the 2. Yeah, okay. So we go back to the actual trade. Once it closed above, I went ahead and I jumped in. It reversed, retracted really quickly, but of course with the fair value gap, it was here to here. So I was good. I pushed back and then I got a nice push out of it. And I think for this one, I took like 20 points, closer to 20, because I did like how it pushed and I did like how the momentum was. It just looked much better that it was going to reach for a higher area. Yeah, so I only took 2 trades and 2 for 2, and I think I'm done for the day. Just see what the market does. It looks like it came up, it got stuck up here, and it looks like it wants to go back down. Let's see what the market is doing. Yeah, it's getting stuck up here. Is there a fair value gap there? Let's see. Okay, so half an hour fair value gap that it looks like you can't get through here. This is on the 45. Okay, 45, yeah, stick. And then hourly, nothing. Okay, so 45 basically is what's getting it stuck there in 30 minutes. So yeah, so look like it's gonna be dropping a little bit more. If the market keeps dropping, working ahead to, man. Before another liquidity is all to take out another liquidity on the day, it would be all the way down here. So then we can pull all the way back there. Let's see what happens. Let's see how this plays a part in the overall market. And if it comes back down, maybe there's a higher time frame trend break here. Right there. Come break here, come back and test here. Let's see what happens. Yeah. So whatever happens, happens. You just want to make sure, I'm trying my best to make sure I'm mechanical as possible. No matter how much more the trade runs, no matter what happens. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is, what my strategy is, I'm just very rigid. I'm following it and I'm lost. And then the only time I'm adjusting is when I'm seeing like how the market is reacting to certain areas and how big is a fair value gap that I'm entering on. So I can reduce my risk or reduce my contracts and so forth. So yeah, that was my trade review for today, October 1st, 2024. Good day of trading, and yeah, awesome. Bye bye.